Welcome back to the Viper Miner channel. So today I wanted to go over a couple of questions I've been getting, and that is, how can I make passive income in the crypto market if I can't afford to mine anymore? That is a good question, and it's an easily answered question as well. So I am going to talk about KuCoin. It's one of my favorite exchanges. And so we'll go through the setup here. So basically you can set up one of two ways, either by your phone number or by email, and you just plug in your email. You hit send. It'll ask you to verify with some pictures, the typical verification code. And then it'll email you a verification code, and you have to go ahead and plug that in right here under the email verification code, and you have literally a minute to do it. It's a little countdown timer, and then once the code's in there, then you can take your time, and then you create your password. I have a referral key for you guys in the description. It helps the channel, but it also helps you. You get some perks with it as well, and you just hit sign up. Then, all right, so once you're signed up, you get into the dashboard. Now, the nice thing about KuCoin is it's one of the last few exchanges that you don't have to have KYC done yet, and you can actually use their wallets and everything, and trade and earn money, passive money. So here's a brand new account. This is what it would look like. This is how you're going to come into it, right? So I made this account so this way we can play around with it. Okay. So one of the easiest way to make passive income without mining is two ways that I like to do it on KuCoin. So you'll notice this earn tab up here. Now there's several different ways you can go do some stuff here, right? But there's KuCoin crypto lending. And so, and you're gonna have to enable margin trading, because that is technically margin trading. And you get if you use the free account I've got in a link below, you get this as well, because I did do that. So you get to see 500 hours USDT margin free interest, which is kind of nice. All right. So we're actually we're going to use the other half of this. So we're not going to borrow, which would be the futures and the lending part, but we're going to do only the lending part. So we're going to earn interest on somebody else taking all that risk. Our risk is very minimal from this standpoint. And let me explain how that is minimal, because yes, the person that you're lending to may not pay you back. But I've been doing this for over a year now on KuCoin. I have not run into a problem with this. But when you do lend out your coins, besides getting the interest rate, they actually give you an insurance policy. They take a small percentage of that interest rate, and then what happens is, if that person doesn't pay you back, the insurance policy kicks in and you get all your money back. I haven't gotten that, and I haven't seen anybody, no one that I know that's using this has ever had that problem. I know some people are lending quite a bit out on this. All right, so now USDT 4%, 3%, not too bad. Much better than, say, your normal fiat savings account would earn, right? Are we even at 1% yet? Maybe two. I don't even think it's above 1%. But let's assume I have several Doge miners, right? So let's make an LTC. So I can come in here, and this is actually what I do is, now I do mine directly to my hardware wallet, and then I turn around and transfer money into KuCoin to lend, right? So what I do is, and I think it's, the minimum is 0.1 LTC, I believe, to lend on the thing. So there are minimums, but so there's two ways to do this. There's the easy way, and then the even easier way to do this is how I put it. Right. So I can go in here. Let's say I have 5 LTC in here. So I can put 5 in here. I can do 7, 14, or 28 days. And then I pick the priority interest rate. And now if you'll notice here, this is the analyte, our annualization rate. So that's, if you held it for 12 months. And this is what you would earn daily. Not bad, just slightly under 2% on your money for the day. Now, I'm sorry, not 2%, 0.2%. I said it because that would be really fantastic, right? So if I click on that, now I could do 28-day lockup. I think I've gotten one 28-day lockup, and it got returned like within a day. So I'm not sure why you would pay. In some cases, it's actually a bit more. In some cases, it's not. But there's my interest rate, and then I would say go ahead and lend. Now it's going to tell me I need to have some LTC in there. I don't have LTC, and that's because it's brand new, right? So then let's hypothetically say you got an order, and your order would show up in here. So this is your open order, and then this would be unsettled. This is where your order would sit until the person paid you back. Once that happens, you'd have a setting, the settled account, and how much interest that was being made, repayment, and then the daily interest in the terms of, be 7 days, 14 days, or 28 days. Now, once that's settled, it'd be your responsibility to go back in here, put in my 5 LTC, and let it put another order in. That's the easy way. Pretty easy, not that hard, but I'm gonna have to check it periodically, right? So I could check it, say even at 9 o'clock every morning, 12 o'clock, and 6 o'clock in the evening. But at 6:01, after I logged out, the guy returned it. Well, I would be there until 9 a.m. not doing anything. However, I can go over here and say auto lend. Now this box now turns into how much I want to hold in reserve. So if we go with my example of 5 LTC, and I wanted to hold 1 LTC for other things, I would put 1 LTC in here to hold back. And then I get a choice. I can say 7, 14. So I'll take all trades, and I can again pick the interest rate. I could change it to that, but as it says right here, if you do the priority, if you do this, the smallest, the lower interest rate, they'll put you ahead of the line to actually get an order put in. And then you would just say enable lending, auto lending. So then what happens is the order would get put in, and if it got filled, it would be underneath unsettled. And then when that got returned, it would be underneath settled, but automatically it would reinitiate a order. Now, remember, and I am doing this, so if you're mining to your hardware wallet, and then let's say, okay, it's been a month, things are going great, I want to push another 5 LTC in, but I still want to hold back 1 LTC, and I don't, so that means I don't have to do anything. The 5 go in, and now instead of being 4 being lent out, it would be 9 lent out. It would automatically on the next order pull everything but 1 LTC. Pretty nice. Automatically, don't have to worry about it. It just does it. It's really kind of nice. So you can pick a bunch of stuff in here. So everybody's talking about ETC, for example. So I've been mining ETC, right? Look at the interest rates on this. This is very nice, right? And if you watch my channel, you know that if I can mine on a CPU on one of my rigs, I mine on a CPU. So I have XMR being mined as well. And I know XMR because I'm lending it. What's going on here? That's interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. Now it might be because, no, because I don't have KYC set up on the other one. XMR. And let's click XMR again one more time. Well, something's up with XMR. I'm going to have to actually log in my account and look. But so if you look at BTC, for example, BTC, I mean, everybody's lending it out, so you're not going to get much. You're not even get a percentage on the annualized. But I do want to look at, say, USDT and USDC, right? So USDT, you're getting 3.28% annually, 0.009, not even a fraction. I mean, that's pretty small. Not bad. I mean, still, if you think about it, if you're just holding in a normal savings account in fiat, you're still beating fiat. USDC 2.9, so USDT a little bit better than USDC. However, if you're going to hold USDT or USDC, you're better off on the second way to earn passive income with KuCoin. Go back to earn and go KuCoin earn. These are stable coins that are being used. So it gives you some. Now, the other thing too is by using my affiliate link, there's claim codes that you get and everything else. It's KuCoin really engages their users and they give back to their users a lot. I'm really very impressed with KuCoin. And you know what, during the downturn in the bear market and everybody else panicking, and they haven't turned off any of their advertisements. They're still moving forward. They're still giving out different perks and everything else. They every aspect looking from the outside in, they look solid still. FTX US as well. In fact, they're constantly buying companies, it seems like. I see in the news. But let's look at, so here's this banner that's going across. This is kind of like their hot list going. Not personal, not financial advice, my personal opinion. I would not do anything with Luna. But you can get BNB for 8.26. Now, see where it says flexible? That means I can pull out of the account at any time I want. If you see 30 days, 14 days, you are locked up in that trade basically for 14 days or 30 days, sometimes it's 7 days. So do be careful. You can still get your money out, but you're going to lose all your position at that point, all your interest, right? So let's go take a look at this. USDT, 12.13%. Not bad, right? Now they've got, and that's a flexible promotion. So this is a promotion going on right now, and it's been going on for at least 2 months now. And sometimes and it just recycles. So once you're into promotion, as long as you don't take out, you got the promotion. So I think there was one at 12.36, 12.18, I believe. This one's 12.13. It's all been very, very, very nice. And we know that USDT is a stable coin. There are some rumors that it's been heavily shorted and all this. I really haven't seen any issues with it. Now, this is what they call tiers. So the first 100, you're getting 12%. 100 to 1,000, you're getting 4.5. Anything over 1,000, you get 1.5. So that's how you get up to this higher percentage, which is fine. Even at 12% for the first 100, not bad. Very good, right? And then if the non-promotion, this will float. This floats. And again, it's flexible, so I can pull out. So what that means is if I stay for 7 days and on the 8th day I want to pull my money out because I need to go do something, or hey, I want to go buy Bitcoin because it just went down and I think it's going to come back up, you will lose that day's interest, but you won't lose the other 7 days. So you get that 7 days, and it gets paid out daily. Okay, and it gets paid daily out at their time, and I'm on the East Coast in Florida, and it's somewhere in the middle of the night. So again, even USDC better than lending. Matic 9.6, and I actually didn't they have, yeah. So if I lock up Matic for what, 30 days, 12.33. So there must be a promotion here. Yeah, here you go, promotion 30 days. The rest is flexible, and then there's a 7-day lockup and a 14-day lockup. So depending on what your risk tolerance, because like Matic does fluctuate, right? It's stable, but it does fluctuate. So you could essentially not make as much percentage because the price of Matic went down. But I do hold Matic in, um, like for my Matic mass, is to move stuff around, especially if I do wrap ETH. But I will go ahead and purchase $100 worth of Matic. I'll put it in KuCoin, let it earn interest, and then when I need to pull a little bit out, I will send it to my Matic mass at that point. So you can do, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Solana. The other day, the whole network was down again. So I personally would stay away again. Polkadot, you got ADA, um, and that's pretty much it. And this does fluctuate depending on what's in here and what I guess their needs are for the coin. So two ways to go ahead and do passive income without mining, right? And so the nice thing is you could take the mined coins you already have, you could move it into here. Now, I want to stipulate one more time, and I've done this in most of my videos when I talk about exchanges. Remember the exchange, you have to realize that once you give them that money, yes, that's in a wallet, but it's in their wallet with their seeds, right? Their wallet, their seeds, not yours, not your keys. So if something were to happen, God forbid that KuCoin goes under, take Valid for example, you're a creditor at that point because they gave you a promissory note, basically, right? They gave you the equivalent of a promissory note. So you are a creditor. So that means you got to get in line with the creditors, and there's different ranks in creditors. And I guarantee you, you're not considered an A creditor. You're B, C, D creditor. So what's going to happen is whenever they restructure, depending, if they restructure, if they don't restructure and they just totally belly up, everybody loses. Otherwise, it could be 10 cents on a dollar, 20 cents on a dollar. Who knows? You might get all your money back. I don't know. But I would only put in money that you're going to be working, right? That you want to be passive. And then you want to kind of watch the news feeds for KuCoin or whatever exchange you're using to make sure that there's no trouble. At first sign of any kind of trouble, especially in a bear market, I would turn around and start exiting my coins. All right, so two simple ways on how to do passive income. Now, KuCoin and a couple others have gone and found a way to stake ETH where you can possibly get your money back out. All right. So you can stake ETH with KuCoin, which is really nice. You do not need to hold the, was it 32 ETH, which is God knows how much, right? I don't know. It's late at night, so I don't know, whatever that math turns out to be. But they have an ETH token that they're using. Now, I haven't looked too much into this. I, at this point in life, refuse to stake any kind of ETH because there is no true mechanism to remove your ETH yet, right? Even after September 19th, when they go live with POS, there is no way for you to unstake your ETH. So the exchanges and pools are using their own token. Well, if that ever breaks peg, then to the ETH price, there's a problem. And I'm not sure exactly how that's all going to work based on they're going to put the ETH into the pool, but they're not going to be able to get their ETH out either, right? So I'm not, until somebody that can sit down and go over great detail with me, I am not risking my money in that aspect. All right, so, but they do have it. I personally would stay away. It's not financial advice. That's your decision. So they do have a launch pad here, which is kind of nice. And let's see if I, yep. So you get to the launch pad. So these are different projects that are going on. So another way for you to make some more passive income. It looks like most of these have ended. So you just have kind of keep up what's going on. Once you're signed up, they do send you emails and you can find out what's going on. There's the KuCoin pool. This is, let's see if I can get in. So this is a capital raise. So you can actually go and get into the pool here. And this gives you a lot of explanation how that works. I have not done this. Again, it's it's ETH, and then I just haven't really gotten into it. It's not my thing per se. Now they do have, so they got a bonus thing. So there's ways for you to earn bonus in the KuCoin coin. And then there's the KuCoin Win, which is a contest, and they run contests pretty frequently. So there was a trading contest not that long ago, and looks like there's a lottery here, another lottery ongoing. I mean, so you can win some earbuds. I mean, there's all different. It's really kind of nice. They've got. You just have to keep checking to see what's going on. So pretty good. They also do derivatives if you're interested in derivatives. Again, not as passive. It's more active. You're gonna have to stay active, and do be careful if you do leverage derivatives. Any kind of leverage. I mean, think about it. So if it's a 3x, this is a 3x leverage. So that means you can make 3 times as much. However, you can also lose 3 times as much. So do keep that in mind. And then they do have, spot trading, margin trading. Again, be careful in the margin trading, not financial advice, but you are trading something you don't have. So you're basically taking a loan out. Then what I do like, again, another passive way to make some additional earnings. And this is the third passive way to earn, is you've got these robots that you can use. And I want, they literally just changed how you do the robot page, and there was a way to get the classic. Here we go. I've only played with the classic version of this. So you can build your own robot, or you can grab one of theirs, and you can actually train it around a little bit too. But this is like a DCA robot, which is kind of nice, Infinity Grid, and it gives you, so if you go into any of these, yeah, man. I don't know why it's not liking my browser today. I normally do this in Brave. Okay, here we go. So now I can do, you're gonna set, obviously it's a robot, so it's gonna be auto, so you can put how much you're gonna risk and everything else, and then you can go in here and you can customize everything, and you can do what your profit rate percentage when it gets to a certain point, what's your minimum investment, and then there's also, you can put a stop price in, you can take profit price, and they have a pretty good tutorial in here that works and shows you how to do all the different robotic stuff for trading, which is really nice, because then you kind of put it on autopilot and go from there. Now, it's not as passive as the other passive ways I've showed you. If you do not actively keep on top of these robots, you probably won't make any money. You need to make sure you're on top of it. I would consider this more of an advanced passive way of doing things, and highly recommend you really understand what you're doing and how it's going to work and what the risks are. But that's pretty much, I mean, 3 pretty nice, easy ways to get passive income. Crypto lending, this is probably the safest crypto lending I've seen out there. Now, nothing is 100%, but they do buy the insurance policy, which is great. Now, I don't know how fast the claim comes in, but I haven't had to make a claim yet, and I've been on auto lend on several coins now with no issues. And then you have the crypto KuCoin earn, which is really nice. And then I have been toying, because I got rid of some of my OpenSea stuff. I've been toying with some of their NFTs here. So here's another way you can kind of passive, and basically, take a stance and say, I think this is going to go up, or if you really just like that NTF. The other thing that they do have here now, if you can't afford the electric bill, and it's kind of like, just pushing you out of the market for money, but you still want to mine, they do have cloud mining, which is really kind of nice. Not like nice hash or anything like that, but they have, you have to go and sign up for this, right? But They go through everything one stop. Basically, you can put what your income would be, but you can put your orders in for cloud mining. So kind of works like NiceHash. If you go rent some hash power, this is kind of similar to that, and it's pretty nice. I haven't played with this yet. I haven't had to, because I am still mining here. But there's at least it's another option for you guys to look at, right? So that's kind of KuCoin in a nutshell. Very fast, high overview. Like I said, crypto lending, crypto earn. Um, as you use and trade, you get some bonuses here. There is the staking, but again, I personally am staying away from any kind of staking in ETH. I am looking at staking, not staking, I guess, but making a node for Flux and Furo. I'm almost there with my Flux rigs. To get enough there. I have enough Furo. So I will be doing that shortly, and then I'll try to make some videos. My understanding is that it's once you start the process, at least on Flux, you got to go all the way through the process. So otherwise, you got to start from scratch and erase everything and basically start from scratch. So I want to make sure I have enough time to figure out what I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to do 2 of their accumulates, which is their 1,000 Flux node, and you don't even have to mine it. You can go buy it. It's depending on the price. It's somewhere floating between $400 and $500 for the 1,000 that you need. And then you can make your node, and that's another great way to do passive income. So we'll look at that as well. And then I got some other ideas for passive income, and I'll do those videos as we move forward here. The other thing I like about KuCoin is their tech support is really good. I can send off a tech support request, I can set up a ticket, and I get a response in very short order. Very, very nice. I am highly disappointed in crypto.com. Crypto.com, it's days sometimes before you get a response, and even then it's a canned response and they're not actually reading your support request. The other thing that's nice about KuCoin too is they have a mobile app for Android and for iOS, and that anything you can do on the desktop, you can do in the app, and it's fairly easy and straightforward. In fact, there's a couple things that are on the app that it's a little bit easier to find and do than it is on the desktop. So highly recommend if you're going to be doing KuCoin to actually get the app, and then you got everything, and you get the alerts right there on your phone as well, which is it's quite nice. So you don't have to worry about checking in and logging into your alert. Now, and the other thing I want to bring up real quick before we end this video is they all have trading fees. So, I mean, go ahead and look at those trading fees. But here you got several different, they automatically give you separate accounts. And sometimes you have to transfer your crypto between the accounts depending on what you're trying to do. So like in the main account, if I want to trade, if I have a 1,000 hours worth of BTC in there and I want to trade 500 of it, I can't trade it in the trading account. I actually have to physically move it into the trading account and just send it to that trading account wallet. There's no charge for it, but you just have to do it. And sometimes if you got nothing in there or you're above what you have in there, they'll ask you if you want to transfer, and they'll ask you for how much. So the same goes with the margin account, futures account, and the financial account. The financial account is the earn KuCoin page. So here's where you would have if you had any kind of USDT or ADA, whatever you want. And then the other thing too is you can change what this comes out as, USDT, Bitcoin, however you want this to be monetized for yourself. And then here's some of the rewards. You get the POL rewards, stuff like that you can turn around. And then the other beautiful thing about KuCoin is you can create sub accounts. So like I have my sub account, I have a couple sub accounts, one for like trading, one for passive long term, and then like I have one for my wife that she's got some stuff in there, and then I actually have one that's basically as like goals like for another trip or whatever I'm going to do. That's kind of like that sits in there and earns money, and then when it gets to a certain value, I pull that off into a hardware wallet. But each of those are slightly different risk tolerance per se, let's say. But you can do that, and you can have as many as you want. But it's really it's a really nice thing. And then they do have a self-custody wallet, and this is fairly new for them. So I believe there's no fees, or at least right now, between their wallet and the KuCoin exchange. I haven't downloaded it, haven't played with it yet, but it is something I'm going to be looking into. And then if I really kind of like it, I'll do a video on it and we can go from there. Please subscribe, share with your friends. I'm trying to grow the account, and I'd like to be honest with you, I'd like to do this full time and try to get monetized and move forward. So if you guys can please, I humbly ask that you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and share the videos. All right, guys, have a great evening. Be safe, be profitable, and God bless you guys.